Here we go. Yep. We're on our way to back to Chicago, of course. Do a volume check. All right. Yeah, we're looking good. Can bring my volume down a little bit from my microphone. Yeah, here we go. There we go. There we go. Let's head back to Chicago, team. Late night flights. Hopefully it's a successful flight, of course. Successful. If you hear me again in my background, that's because I'm trying to make sure my volume is good. Head back to Chicago. All right. Make a few shares and then we're on our way, baby. Let's do it. Let's do one more. Oops. What am I doing? Page. All right. Let's go, team. Yeah. Hopefully this will charge this. All right, looks like we had to go. Even though I don't like the fact that the rain stopped. That's my favorite part. All right, let's get her fired up. I think this flight is going to be for... Oh, man, let me turn it off. This flight is going to be for $14,000, which I'll take that. Climbing up into the big bucks now with like $800,000. Soon I'll be buying me my own. Well, I'll be renting it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get some boarding going on.
Boarding requested.
We're not gonna play with it. We're gonna get her done. Open cargo. It shall open on its own. On its own. It's on. All right. Insert flight plan. Get our wind. Quest. Insert it. Departure. We're going from 12 right to St. Louis. SID. Okay. Okay. KSTL, there you are.
We are ready for pushback.
A trans Lee boy.
Passenger's
There you
bus
go.
is coming.
Transition. Let's go ahead. In Chicago, we're gonna get there. We're gonna cash in Trill T from 28 right.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Yeah, Trill 6. Cash in. All right. So let's put this in. Let's make sure ain't no discontinuities. Yep, there's one. Delete. Oh,
Passengers boarding.
they ain't gonna let me delete unless I get that manual up out of there. Let's get that manual going, y'all. Then let's get that out. All right, so we're going straight from there to there. That's how we're gonna do it. All right. Now that I have that, I like to always put this in ahead of time. Let's go ahead and sync this real quick. All right, compute. Sync. Compute. 110.9. Like, why ain't this door opening? Like, that door should be open. There we go. Seem like I always got to come out here and look at it for that damn door to open. That's stupid. But it's still showing that the door ain't open. All right. So 110. 9. Oat. 16 degrees. If anybody don't know, oat means outside air temperature. Just in case if you were confused as hell as I was at one point. All right. 2977. Is it altimeter? QNH. I mean, barrel. I do not know how to get the barrel other than to go here. Go to Navigraph. Let's load up our flight. All right, so we're gonna go to here. We're gonna go to approach. We're going at 28 right. So we're gonna find ILS right here. Bing. Go on this map. Look at the bottom. 200 under ILS. Bing. Why is it still saying that? And the damn door is open.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Is it not staying open or what? I keep toggling it.
Passengers
I'm like,
boarding started.
it acts like it don't want to open up. I don't know what the hell that's about. Look. Feel like it's glitching out. Okay. We all see it's open now. Now it's closing. What in the actual hell is wrong with that? Maybe if I don't look at it, maybe it'll fix itself. I don't know. All right, let's get our TARA in. All right, it's still trying to align. I got 1 minute. While that's doing that, let's go ahead and get our clearance. St. Louis clearance. Request an IFR clearance to Chicago O'Hare. Kingdom Heavy. Ah, shit. Can't hear nothing with the radios off. St. Louis clearance. Request an IFR clearance to Chicago O'Hare. Kingdom Heavy.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Copy.
Kingdom Heavy, clear to O'Hare via the KSTL departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 33010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.15, squawk 6341. Expect runway 12 right.
Cleared to O'Hare via the KSTL departure, then it's filed. Climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect flight level 33010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.15, squawk 6341. Expect runway
Passengers bus is coming.
12 right. Kingdom Heavy.
Kingdom Heavy, read back correct.
Man, it's still doing that cargo stuff. I don't understand that. Like, literally, I don't know what to do about it. We just gonna have to use. We can't use the cargo. I don't know what to say. The flight must go on. Somebody's gonna not have their stuff.
Welcome aboard our flight to Chicago O'Hare International Airport with American Airlines. My
No,
name is Erica.
no, no,
And on behalf of
Erica.
myself and my fellow
No.
crew members, we thank
It's all
you
going to
for
hell
choosing to fly
now.
with us today. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to any member of our crew. Thank you.
Hello, Erica. I apologize, but you're flying with African American Airlines, please. If you can, make sure you greet the passengers with African American Airlines. I really do appreciate it, and thank you for all that you do.
Kingdom Heavy, can you repeat that?
Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Erica. I apologize. Can you please greet the passengers again? But this time, I need you to greet them as African American Airlines. And I really do appreciate everything that you do. I'm being a stifler.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our flight to Chicago O'Hare International Airport with African American Airlines.
Absolutely.
My name
Thank you.
is Erica, and on behalf of myself and my fellow crew members, we thank you for choosing to fly with us today. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to any member of our crew. Thank you.
All right, so we need 40. Let's just go 40,500 on that. 40,500 on that. All right, so yeah. We have how many people? I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know what it is. We're gonna go ahead and come off this GPU now. See where we are on the loading. All right, so we got all our people boarded. Let's go ahead and start locking everything up. Close all. Let's close all. All right, let's contact ground. Cincinnati ground. Press and push back and start up, please. Kingdom Heavy.
Delta 236 tree is cleared to Salt Lake Airport as filed runway 12 right.
Heavy, heavy. Push and start cruise. Tail southwest.
Departure frequency is 132.12.
Push back. Approve. Tail southwest. Kingdom Heavy. All right, let's get these guys going. Get them out of here. Close all. Chocks, please. Look, now this door wants to open up. Like, come on, man. Team, can you tell the passengers we're having an issue with one of our low doors from outside? The front, forward door. We should be leaving shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your patience.
The last thing they want to hear.
A minor issue with one of our doors. We will be departing shortly. Thank you for your understanding.
What is wrong with this door? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Let's close this. Let's close this. You guys should be pulling out now, man. Let's go. This door literally doesn't want to close, right? Let's toggle it one more time. Bro, I'm not understanding this right now. This will make everybody scared to even be on the flight from this point. You know what I mean? Let's just see what happens. It's apparently open now. Bro, we gotta sit here and wait on this. All right, that's fine. Let's get the job done, please. God. And he's just taking his little sweet time too. All right, team. So the front doors are working now. Cargo is being loaded. Once we get the cargo loaded, we'll be on our way. Thank you.
Copy, Captain. The front doors are operational, and we are preparing for departure once the cargo is loaded. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our flight to Chicago O'Hare International Airport with African American Airlines. We appreciate your patience as we finalize our preparations for departure. Please take your seats and stow your hand luggage. If you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to any member of our crew. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're gonna knock this one down. What's up? Your Twitch, I'll drop a link and follow there. Okay, Amber. What's your Twitch link? Okay, Mr. Game Simulation. All right, so this needs to hurry up and load up, please. I'm rushed to go. My man is taking forever. But, you know, we want to simulate realism, so if there was a problem, we'd have to wait in real life. I'm pretty sure nobody will want their luggage left, right? I'm just trying to stay in character a little bit. However, it's 3:50 and I want to be asleep by 5. That's not going to happen. So I'll be asleep by 6. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I'm going to try to fly every day I get off work. So that's fine. Let's see where we are on this map. Okay, I'm not seeing myself. Okay, so because I need to unload this and upload the right flight. Okay, we getting. I wish they'd come on, man. Hey, you want to give Dad some grapes? You want to get Dad the grapes for me, please, 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 please.
I want to take me to Urban Air.
Urban Air. I'll have your mom take you to Urban Air, because I got to work for 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Come on. Let's go to the zoo in Urban Air.
Okay. All right. You talk to her about it. You gonna tell her I said it? That's funny. Can you get the grapes? What is wrong with you, dude? It's crazy, man. Jesus Christ, come on with this luggage. It's never going to be a perfect day. Thank you. Yes, I'm streaming. That's why the light's on. Say hello. Say hi. You playing Roblox? Huh? Yeah. Because I got to go to work.
Tomorrow we can't have delivery.
Now you better be good. You better be good then. That's all I can say. God. One more. Let's go. No, I'm talking about the game. The game's taking all day. The game's taking long. All the passengers are mad. They're mad at me right now. Thank you for the grapes. Can you throw this bag away now? Can you throw this bag away for me now? Why does it gotta take so drastically long? Well, it's only because that door just was not open. You know? That don't make sense.
Roger, American 858.
All right, buddy, let's do this, man. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let's set this up. So we need a 40,500. And here we could put 180 because I think it only needed 14,000. So I'm just going to put 180,000. All right. No, that's 18,000. All right, set, instant. We should be able to track now and on air. Start tracking. What? It went to nighttime? Bro, come on, bro. Like, why? I wanted to have a daytime flight, bro. I didn't want to have a nighttime flight. Oh, you know what? I'm going to change it back. Let's change it back. We have the power of God on our hands. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Daytime flight. Just like that. All right. Let's do this, team. They done made me forget where I was at because of that damn door. All right, performance. Let's redo our performance, our takeoff, sync, compute, send to FMS, landing, sync, compute, right? We got one is wet. All right, we got some good numbers now. Accept, we accept that. All right. So let's go ahead and set our beacon light. Boom, because we're ready to go. Let's tell them we're ready to go because we already got our pushback clearance.
Locking gear.
All right, make sure our gears are good. Flaps 1 is what we selected. Even though it ain't gonna do that yet, I gotta wait. Let's take a look. Let's see what they doing out here. Why is it showing it that way? Like, bro, it's kind of silly. All right, so it's locking gear. It is raining, which is great. Let's go. Nose. Let's try nose left.
Release
See what
parking brakes,
happens.
please.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, we're gonna start them up then. But we gotta turn the bleed on, right? All right, engine 2, start.
Cabin attendants, armed doors, and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our flight to Chicago O'Hare International Airport. The estimated flight time is approximately 45 minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for frequent flyers. Fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and pulling the strap to tighten.
Please set parking brakes.
Seatbelt signs.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
To the upright position and open your window blinds for takeoff and landing. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices must be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories. Oxygen masks will drop automatically if required.
All right,
Mask firmly, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally.
engine
Secure
2
your own
good.
mask before assisting
Engine 1
others.
start up.
Life vests are located under your seat. Put it on, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft.
Check the flight plan
Your
again,
level
make sure
lighting
that's good.
will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. There are 2 exits located at the front, and 2
All right,
at
so
the
that's
rear of the
looking
aircraft.
peachy.
The nearest exit may be behind you. In case of evacuation, leave all personal belongings behind and follow the crew's instructions immediately. If a power bank or
Get
any
our map
electronic
up.
device becomes
It
unusually
actually is working right
emits
now.
smoke or shows signs of damage, please inform a member of the crew immediately. The safety information
I appreciate
card
y'all
contains
hanging out with me,
details.
man. For real.
Thank you for your attention.
Every night. Thank you. You know, I don't care if it's just 1 or 2 people. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because it's fun. I do this because it's fun. And again, like I've said before on another stream, I watched people before me, right? All right, so engine 2's good. Let's go ahead. Turn off the bleeds. We're gonna get our taxi instructions after we tell them, hey, engine start is
Cockpit
good.
to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Hopefully they don't crash me, because they'll do that and then drop the whole plane. It'd be crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and contact ground. St. Louis ground. Requesting taxi to runway 12 right. Kingdom Heavy. Kingdom Heavy.
Kingdom Heavy, runway 12 right taxi via Delta 1, Delta Charlie.
Runway 12 right, taxi via
Tow
Delta
truck
1,
disconnected.
Delta
Bypass been
Charlie.
removed.
All right.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Delta 1, Delta Charlie. This is Charlie over here. So it's straight down. Why is it telling me go to Charlie though? Okay, Delta 1. That's where I'm going out at. Delta. And then it's telling me go to Charlie. Okay. Maybe it'll tell us something else once we've done that. Let's do that. Let's just trust the process. Let's do it. Taxi light on. Oops. All right, taxi light is on. Strobe. Turn wing on. Let's turn some wipers on slow. Let's go, team. We in here. Parking brake release. Let's go ahead and get to where we're going. All right, so we're going on Delta 1. As you can see. Come on, man. Anytime I don't wear shoes, man, it be fun. Must be breaking. We're at Delta 1. Just gave them whiplash in the back. All right, so we're turning on Delta 1. Kind of like speeding. Delta 1, this is Delta. Then it told me to go to Charlie. Like, why? But I gotta trust the process, right? We're gonna trust the process. We're gonna just do what they say. I wonder why. You see all these airplanes, you see the lights are shining through them. I wonder why. That's gotta be a beta glitch or something like that. Like they're literally shimmering. I don't get that. So I got us on here to 1-2 right. So we're gonna be taking this down for a little bit, all the way to the end. But it didn't say nothing about me holding short at 9. So when we get there, we'll see if it chimes back in. Look, we got a little shimmer going on right there. Shit, I ain't even turned traffic on. You know what? I don't even want to deal with the traffic no way right now. Be holding me up. Ah. All right, we're getting close to runway 9. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's morphin' time, right? Spawn. You're just spawning all the planes around me, right? All right, so we're coming up, and I'm gonna call it in anyway. Oh, that's not 9, that's 6. St. Louis ground. Holding short at runway 6, Kingdom Heavy.
Kingdom Heavy, cross runway 6, contact tower on 118.5 when ready.
Cross runway 6, contact tower on 118.5, Kingdom Heavy.
Approaching runway 6.
All right. Those buildings aren't looking too shabby. All right, so let's contact 11825, 1185. Team, please be seated for takeoff.
Copy, Captain. Cabin is secure, and crew are taking seats now.
St. Louis Tower, requesting departure from runway 12 right, Kingdom Heavy.
Mandrake, Kingdom Heavy, St. Louis Tower, say again, please.
Requesting departure from runway 12 right, Kingdom Heavy.
Kingdom Heavy, runway 12 right, winds 20010, RNAV funk, cleared for takeoff.
Winds 210, RNAV funky, cleared for takeoff, Kingdom Heavy. All right, so let's do this, y'all. Y'all ready? I feel like, bro, I didn't even get our flaps. I didn't do my config test or nothing. I didn't even check my flight controls, none of that. All right, flaps are good. They will be anyway. We know these are good because it worked. All right, so flap set good. Let's do our, all right. Configuration's normal. Let's go ahead and go, y'all. Let's hope for a successful flight.
Approaching runway 12 right.
Bro, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Did y'all just see this shit? Bro. Bro, that's, see, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like that, I don't like that. That pisses me off. Like literally. Then it stopped tracking. Bro, I can't be great. I just can't be great. All right, let's fix it. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. That's just bullshit, man. Like, really, Asobo? All right. I don't think I'm doing that no more. Why ain't my payload trying to act right now? Payload. I'm gonna make this 2,000 now. 200. Let's go ahead and 200,000. Let's see. All right. Instant. See, that'd be that bullshit right there. I don't like that. All right. All right, so we're tracking now, bro. Let's get back to daytime. Like, they really screwed me right there, bro. Yeah, that'll work. All right, I'm not doing that shit no more. Screwed me over. That was bullshit. All right, we're gonna do this shit now, bro. For sure, Amber. All right, I ain't gonna fuck around this time. They did me wrong. Hopefully I'm going the right way. Yes, I'm going the right way. Like, that shit was stupid, mate. That's the only thing that I don't like about this game, is when it does shit like that, bro. Yes, I am going over the speed because I'm pissed. I'm like, I'm supposed to be in the air right now. It's 416. Shit's bullshit. I apologize for my attitude. Hey, but I did not crash out though, right? I just took it on the chin. Like, this shit make me don't even want to do this right here. But I think it's because of what's the name of it? Chase plane, man. I think chase plane be buggy. But this isn't a bad flight. It's pretty quick, so. I think it's like 40-something minutes of flight time or whatever. Oh, come on, bro. Them graphics look good, though. I'm going straight through 6. I already been through this already.
Approaching runway 6.
Let me make sure I still got clearance though. St. Louis Tower, requesting departure from runway 12 right, Kingdom Heavy. I think it ain't responding because it gave me our clearance already, probably.
Approaching runway 12 right. On runway 12 right remaining. 10,000 feet.
Rotate. Ooh.
Kilo Victor Lima Alpha automated weather observation. 0900 wind 196 at 9.
Autopilot.
Visibility, tree and heavy rain. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1700 ceiling, 4800 overcast. Temperature
Woo.
20 C, dew point 16 C. Altimeter 298 tree. Kilo Victor Lima
Oh.
Alpha automated weather observation.
Oh.
0900 Zulu. Wind 196 at 9er. Visibility, tree and heavy rain.
4,000. What are you doing?
Few clouds at 1700 ceiling, 4800 overcast. Temperature 19 C. Dew point 16 C. Altimeter 2984.
Jesus.
Victor Lima Alpha automated weather observation. 0900 Zulu. Wind
I ain't scared of it.
196 at 9er. Visibility, tree and heavy rain. Sky condition.
I ain't scared of it.
Few clouds at 1700 ceiling, 4800 overcast. Temperature 19 C. Dew point 16 C. Altimeter 2984. Kilo Victor Lima Alpha automated weather observation. 0900 Zulu. Wind.
Why would my brakes be high, bro?
196 at 9er.
Oh, that's from last time.
Tree and heavy rain. Sky condition. Few clouds at 2400 ceiling, 4800 overcast. Temperature 19 C. Dew point 16 C.
All right,
Altimeter 298 tree.
let's try this.
Kilo Victor Lima Alpha automated weather observation. 0900 Zulu. Wind 196 at 9er.
Is it gonna crash me now?
Tree. Sky condition. Ceiling 4800 overcast. Temperature 19 C. Dew point 16 C. Altimeter 298 tree. Kilo Victor Lima Alpha automated weather observation. 0900 Zulu. Wind 196 at 9er. Visibility, tree. Sky condition. Ceiling 4800 overcast. Temperature 19 C. Dew point 16 C.
All right, we should be where we 4,000.
Kilo Victor Lima
All right,
Alpha automated weather observation.
let's go
0900
to
Zulu. Wind 196
118.
at 9er. Visibility, tree. Sky condition. Ceiling 4800 overcast. Temperature 19 C. Dew point 16 C. Altimeter 2984.
11915.
Kilo Victor Lima Alpha automated weather observation.
Kingdom Heavy at 5,000 feet.
Kingdom Heavy, St. Louis departure, radar contact, direct funk.
Direct funk, Kingdom Heavy. Oh, they told me 4,000.
Kingdom Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, Kingdom Heavy. All right. Get up to 220. Ukrainian president says robots captured territory from Russian soldiers. What? What are you saying?
Vladimir Zelensky says Ukrainian forces were able to retake territory
from
using only an army of robots. Zelensky produced video of them on Monday that the enemy position was captured by ground systems and drones without infantry involvement and without losses on the Ukrainian side.
What?
He's also revealing that drones have carried out roughly 22,000 missions on the front line just in the past 3 months. In other words, for Zelensky,
what?
Were saved more than 22,000 times when a robot runs into the most dangerous area instead of a warrior. Among experts, the announcement is this a STRIX PR or is this an actual significant breakthrough in the battlefield?
That's crazy. Who would want to go fight against some drones, bro? Like, that changes the whole game.
Saying it showed a ground robot equipped with artificial intelligence taking 3 Russian soldiers. The Ukrainian.
Bro, we're literally in RoboCop.
Russian soldiers surrendered as a result of the operation lauded by Zelensky.
Well, we better get some EMPs.
Zelensky is in Europe. To make more arms. In response, Russia's defense ministry saying today that European plans to increase drone supplies to Ukraine are dragging those countries into a war with Russia at an ever faster pace.
Wow. Man, they trying to, bro. It's gonna be a nuclear war fucking with these people, man. Like, why can't people just get along? Fuck. Everybody got to take everybody's land and everything.
That will include long-range strike drones, logistics, intelligence, and reconnaissance drones.
Danielle and engine for us tonight. Danielle, we thank you.
That looks great. That's beautiful.
Remember, stay updated on.
That looks beautiful, guys. That's a good shot. I'm gonna end up screenshotting this. Look at that. Is that awesome or what? Screenshot. Gotta make that a picture, bro. Ta-da. Yes, I want to share that, buddy. That's a beautiful ass picture I just took. Fuck, I could have took that one too. I'm scared to open up my browser though, fuck around and freeze the game or some dumb shit. That's another good screenshot with the sun in the background like that. It didn't even capture the sun, bro. Just so many good pictures.
Contact Kansas City Center on 127.275.
Contact Kansas City Center on 127.275. Kingdom Heavy. That was beautiful. Let's see what it looks like from here. Let's look on the other side. That looks good. Hey, mommy. It's so beautiful outside. Let's take a picture of that, Timmy. Thanks, Mom. Type ass shit. All right. That looks great, guys. One more. One more. Oh, shit, I'm supposed to contact 127.275. Where am I at? We're not there yet. But we're almost there.
It's supposed to be me as a doctor, making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better.
I called for the 25th Amendment. I do think there's something wrong with him. He called to wipe out an entire civilization. That to me is so evil, and it shows real mental depravity.
As rotted former Congresswoman Green's peanut side. Your response to that charming.
Joe, is it upsetting that he killed the Ayatollah Khomeini, married a 15-year-old?
Did you not get held enough as a child? The fact that he is betraying his voters and he is not serving the interests of the American people. Yeah. Don't tell me to calm down. Dude, smoke your cigarette. You're not.
Why is it so gray?
It's been almost 4 years since the media went ballistic about 3 people enjoying a golf tournament. Everybody remembers
I guess
the
it's not.
pictures. Smiling, joking.
It looks pretty good.
Donald Trump, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, and the biggest star on US television, Tucker Carlson. Trump was in the wilderness back then, and they shot to January 6th. Ron DeSantis was a great new hope for Republicans. On that day, with his public loyalty to 2 intellectual allies, who began a historic fight back which once gave them both enormous credit. These days, President says, among other things, that Tucker Carlson is a low IQ nut job, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, is a deranged lunatic traitor for their own personal strife with the
Look, no
president.
doors are missing as that flew by.
Everybody to elect him. Marjorie
There was
Taylor
no
Greene
doors on that.
joins me now. Welcome to Uncensored.
Hi, dears. Thanks for having me today.
Do you know what, Marjorie? You're one of the most fascinating people in American politics, and have become that in the last couple of years. Because the movement you've made is now being followed by a lot of other people. And, you know, I posted on X yesterday that Donald Trump, I've known 20 years, sort of a friend, but at the moment he just seems to be on a mission.
Oh, shadows look great.
Absolutely everything. And a lot of those people are people who've been big supporters of it. You, Tucker, he's laid into Megyn Kelly, to Candace Owens, to Alex Jones. He's laid into the Pope. He's mocked Jesus Christ, which has offended a lot of the MAGA Christians and so on. You know, Georgia Meloni in Italy, he's laid into her now. He's laid into British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, pretty much every other European leader and so on. I don't know what is going on here, but I think my first question for you is, what do you think is going on here? Why is he so willing at the moment to want to...
At flight level 220, Kingdom Heavy.
Thank you.
You know, I think that's the question that everyone should be asking, and I don't have the answer to that.
Good morning.
This has been shocking to watch the president change over the past year. While he's president of the United States, you know, we fought very hard to get him elected. I myself spent millions of dollars, traveled the country, campaigned for him, spoke on his rally stages all over the country. And he called me a traitor because I fought to release the Epstein files. But just as you said, we've watched him turn on literally everyone that were once either his friends, his allies, or his supporters. And it's so concerning to me. And I honestly can't answer why this has happened.
You know what's really interesting is, if you take your positions, for example, that seem to have been raged in.
Why not get this picture too?
Well, that was exactly what he said he wanted when he was campaigning in 2024 to be president again. You know, you didn't want America to go into expensive, pointless Middle Eastern wars. Well, again, that's what he campaigned to stop America doing if he became president again.
Well, he got us in all the wars.
Why is he so opposed to you when you're basically taking the positions that he was taking himself just 6 months ago? Or longer than that now, over a year ago, but you know what I mean?
Right. I have no idea. It is honestly something that I legitimately can't answer, and it's confusing, and many people don't understand it. The way I feel about it...
That looks beautiful, guys.
President Trump will soon be the past, and
that's
we have to look towards the future. And I think many of the issues...
I got to get more...
24. Some of them are still there, but they've also drastically changed. We have real problems in America now that Donald Trump has been president. We're finding ourselves in an escalating war.
I got to get more...
Which is something that none of us want. It's one
images,
of the most
like,
popular things being pulled in America today. But we have real economic problems, rising inflation, rising costs of gas, rising costs of living, younger generations that are unable to thrive and don't have hope for the future. But even bigger problems, nearly $40 trillion.
Contact Chicago Center on 124.8, Kingdom Heavy.
7 years. So I think, you know, this is the man that I supported to make America great again. However, I think America is going to find itself in a much deeper hole going towards the next
Chicago Center, flight level 220, Kingdom Heavy.
We confirm that you are the greatest and most experienced worker in the entire world. Will you put down the phone for half an hour, and attend to your main duty, to the 30 million Americans who have no health insurance, to the 800,000 Americans who are homeless, to America's infrastructure that's dilapidated, to the $38 trillion of United States...
They're going to wait to the last minute
with that message to Donald
and
Trump?
tell me to go up to...
Yes, absolutely.
330, watch.
I've been saying to the president, to the speaker, to many of my colleagues before I resigned. Health insurance, for one, is a serious problem. And when the tax credits expired in January, there were over 200,000 people in my former district that were unable to afford health insurance. So yes, that's a statement that spans many issues. But yes, I would agree with that.
But here's the extraordinary thing, because that statement was made by the Iranian embassy of Armenia.
It doesn't surprise me. I think the entire world can see clearly what's happening in America and what President Trump is doing.
But what the MAGA crowd will say, and I can hear them say it already when they watch this exchange, right? They'll say, Marjorie Taylor Greene siding with the Iranians against Donald Trump. What do you say to them when they say that? These are people that used to love you.
I say I'm always siding with America, and I'll never apologize for that, no matter whose statement I agree with. Siding with the American people over cost of living, cost of health insurance, their jobs, the economy, and their future is always the right thing to do.
Dun, 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 dun.
It couldn't be faced by that.
The White House provided this statement to The Hill yesterday in response to your critique of Trump's DoorDash photo op. It said, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a quitter who pathetically trying to stay relevant by going on liberal media chose to bash President Trump. The Trump derangement syndrome.
They're going to wait till the last minute to tell me to go up to 33,000 feet, bro.
I hadn't heard that until you just read it now. Actually, I had resigned after the president called me a traitor, vowed to literally destroy me, and was going to primary me the same way that he is doing to Thomas Massey right now, which I thought was so incredibly unfair to my district, who had elected me and President Trump. I'll tell you this, Piers, it's actually a really good thing that I'm no longer a part of the institution that has a 13% approval rating in the United States among the American people. Also the same institution that can't even fund our own homeland security right now. So I'm actually very happy to no longer be in Congress and not have to receive nasty phone calls from the president that I supported to get elected.
Thanks for checking me out.
To be scolded for not voting for certain things that he wanted.
We love the 350, yeah, man. What's up, 350 Sim? I just fell in love with the 350, man. I've been flying with it for about like 2-3 weeks now. I was flying with the PMDG. It's just I like the monitors in it, man. It's just I like that, the gadgets. You know what I mean? I like the 737 too. The 777, A320 is dope too, but the A350 is just, it's hitting all the spots for me, man. I think the only thing that'll have some competition with the A350, it will be, what's up, Jennifer Stewart? How you doing? Can you do a barrel roll? But I think the only thing that'll compete with the 350, if they come out with a Dreamliner, come out with that new Dreamliner that's supposed to come out with. SimBrief, I do have Navigraph though, for my charts and all that, but SimBrief mostly, but Navigraph, like I love the charts, man. Especially when I'm going to be flying into somewhere. I don't know, it's just all the way on point. Like when I come in, I'm going to be flying into 28 right. So when I fly into 28 right, I know I'm gonna turn to the right to get to the terminals. And then, I don't know, man, the charts are just a whole lot better. So Navigraph is worth getting for sure. And you know, SimBrief is free. But both of them together is great.
Complete blasphemy, and then lied about it, and now he's trying to play.
And mostly right now, this really selects my flights for me because I'm using on air. I don't know if are you playing on console or are you playing on PC?
So the president constantly.
If you're playing on PC, you definitely need to get on air. Yeah, that is for sure. Yeah, Navigraph is where it's at, man.
On the telephone, I was in my office in the Rayburn building. He was at the White House, and he was yelling at me because I wouldn't take my name off of the discharge petition.
Let's see where we at.
And I told the president, no, there's no way I'll take my name off of here. These are women that were raped at 14 and 16 years old, and we have to release the Epstein's.
All right, see, they ain't even sent me up to 33,000 feet. So I don't even know if they call me now and talking about go up to 33,000 feet, I'm just disobeying at this point. I'm too close.
For certain events or campaign functions.
And I contacted.
Don't know these people, but he's.
Yeah, I contacted Kansas City Center too. Oh no, I don't think I did, bro. Kansas City Center. A flight level 220, Kingdom Heavy.
Be released. He even forced Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, to do everything he could do to stop it from being released. It was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
No, I did contact them then.
Back in the fall of 2025 for 8.
They better not tell me to go up that damn high now.
From coming out. And it's covering up for rapists and people that have committed all types of crimes. It's completely wrong.
What did you think about Melania coming out with her second statement?
I wonder why Melania came out and said it. I want to know.
Shocking, completely shocking.
It was weird.
About a bill she's supporting.
Trump probably like, get your ass out there and defend me, woman.
Glad she came out and talked about it because it brought it back up in the news cycle, and I think it needs to be there. I don't know. I know there's many different things people are saying about why she did it, that perhaps she was getting ahead of a news story or getting ahead of some sort of information that may come out.
Maybe somebody was trying to, I'm going to snitch on you. She's like, oh no, Donnie, I have to go out here. Yeah, you better get your ass out there, girl. Type shit.
To prosecute people. And that's what the survivors have been asking for. They told their story over and over and over again. What they really want is justice.
When King Charles visits the United States in a couple of weeks, there's been a rumour which has been laid down by the palace, actually, that it's unlikely to happen, that Queen Camilla, taking a big interest in victims of sexual abuse and so on, might meet privately with some Epstein survivors. That looks like it won't be happening. But King Charles will address a joint meeting of Congress, and obviously his own brother, Andrew, has been disgraced and shamed because of his involvement with Epstein, but hasn't actually put himself up for any scrutiny by either by Congress or by law enforcement here in the UK. Do you think that it would be a good thing?
You know what I think? I think they, for the A350 though, they definitely need to get more liveries, man. And
descend via Turtle 6 to 11,000 cash and transition into O'Hare. Altimeter 2973.
Oval Office. He brings in all types of people in the Oval Office from all walks.
It's in via
They're sports teams. They just want to
Trilla 6 to 11,000 feet. Cash and transition into O'Hare. Altimeter 2973, Kingdom Heavy. But I was making my own liveries.
But he's refused to
But
bring them in the Oval Office.
I haven't been able to make it for this one or the PMDG anymore. They changed some stuff.
You said the last time you spoke to him, so have you tried to talk to him again, or has he tried to contact you?
11,000.
The only time I reached out to him was via text message after I had.
All right, let's get some.
He had been attacking me, and I was receiving.
Let's see if we can get some nice views going through the clouds.
And but the death threats escalated on one of my children, and I had sent those death threats to the FBI director, Kash Patel. I sent them to the Vice President, J.D. Vance, Susie Wiles, James Blair, and I even texted the president. And I was so upset over death threats on my children because of him. And the
I'm using I'm using right now. I'm using Say Intentions. What's up, Emo2739? How you doing?
Trader, and I reached out to the president.
I'm scared to get on VATSIM right now. I don't think I got what it takes. I'm not. A lot of people are saying that it's not as hard as what people make it out to be. But what I don't want to do is jump into VATSIM and then kick me out.
He basically blamed me. He had no compassion for death threats on my children. He blamed me basically that if my son were to get killed, it would be my fault.
If y'all, I say I got different people. Some on Kick, some on YouTube. I was about to say my Discord and everything is MrGameSimulation. Facebook, everything. I say that to say this. If you want me to add you somewhere, I'll add you. Just add me, and I'll add you too.
Approach on 133.625. To reach that point,
Contact Chicago Approach on 133.625. Kingdom Heavy.
That tells me exactly.
So
133. And the confident tells me exactly who Donald Trump is.
133.625.
Some of my biggest political enemies would never say that to me. Democrats that I may have had disagreements with in Congress would have never said that to me. No one's ever said those type of
So
words
when we get down 11,000 feet, we're gonna
basically
get a hold of those guys.
Here to someone's child being threatened. To
right now we're at 17,000 feet, working our way on down.
There are people
trying to get some good cloud coverage or something. Trying to get different looks in the flight. Maybe I'll
extreme comments and stuff about escalating. Poly market, the prediction market says 10% chance plants to move by the 25th Amendment for 2020.
Come out of it whenever I get close.
I think that's highly unlikely.
That's getting kind of close right there. That's kind of close right there. Let's go, guys. I like how it be like daytime in real life outside of the clouds, and then when you go under, it's like pitch black. It's dark.
Well, everyone
raining and shit.
Doesn't sleep very much. He just doesn't. He doesn't get a lot of sleep. That can affect anyone's cognitive ability. It affects your moods. It affects your outlook. It affects everything about you, your physical health and your mental health. After he called to wipe out an entire civilization of Iran, and no matter what anyone thinks about Iran, how can anyone?
I think they could have did better with the clouds though, because that shit look like smoke. That shit don't. That shit don't even look. That shit look like smoke right there. The top of the clouds is always going to be white. The bottom clouds under it, yes, you might get some darkness because it's a little dark. But right now, they got that shit looking like smoke right there.
And the Trump administration, one of the problems in the Republican Party right now is people serve.
But it's always bright white on the top.
Some sort of cult leader, and it's. I don't know how anyone can't go against the president when he says such things.
There we go. Oh shit! I'm getting turbulence. Even in the simulator, shit.
In the administration or any Republican serving in the House or the Senate that calls himself a Christian.
All right, let's back up. Let's get on up in here.
And there's
Oh, damn, man. I've been flying with the damn... I done scratched my damn windows up, bro.
To be willing to challenge the president.
Like, did they really simulate that?
As well as saying we need to examine what his mental state is. He's approaching 80 years old. And, you know, we have to be really honest with ourselves. We were challenging Joe Biden's cognitive abilities and what is his health. And if we were willing to say that about Joe Biden and relate it to his age, then everyone should be honest and say the same thing about Donald Trump.
Oh.
It's completely absurd to not apply the same standard there. And so, you know, this was another one of those issues where, look, I'm
seatbelt signs are going on.
Serve as a Republican, very much stand on issues on the right as like pro-life and border security. I'm against the trans agenda on children. None of these things have changed about me, but at least I'm willing to call it out and say we may have a problem with our president because look at the shocking things that he's saying. Look at the things that he's wanting to do. And
Chicago approach, Kingdom Heavy at 1,000 feet.
Damage our country.
Roger, Tony Green, thank you very much indeed for joining me. Nonsense.
Thank you, Piers. It was good to talk to you today.
Heavy Chicago approach. Good morning, O'Hare.
Well, joining me now to debate all this is the host of this for the event is White House this week.
Altimeter 2973. Expect the ILS runway 28 right. Approach into O'Hare. Kingdom Heavy.
You've been at the White House. That's a pretty shocking interview, actually, with Marjorie Taylor Greene in many ways. Not least the revelation she was.
You gonna give me a different altitude, please?
What's your reaction to that? I mean, there is a sense I'm getting.
Maybe I'll ask for it.
That Donald Trump is lashing out at so many.
This is why I like Navigraph.
Previously,
oops. No, I don't want that.
Wiley Gaines or Georgia Maloney or Tucker Carlson or Megyn Kelly or Marjorie Taylor Greene, whatever. That the number of people he's lashing out at who were.
Let's see.
It's suggesting that he's behaving erratically.
Chicago approach. Western descent to 6,000 feet. Kingdom Heavy.
Yeah.
Kingdom Heavy descend and maintain 6,000.
Anything should be opposed the same way.
Descend and maintain 6,000. Kingdom Heavy. Oh, get my speed right. We ain't supposed to be down here. Hold on. No, don't do it, don't do it. No, they're gonna beat me. Fuck, they got me. I'm not supposed to be under 10,000 feet. That.
We are now on our final approach into Chicago. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Ensure
I'm speeding, bro. And I don't like that.
Upright position and your seatbelts are
Let's take over. Let's take over.
With a temperature of 16 degrees Celsius.
How do you feel that with the Easter weekend, he's out there trashing
let's turn it off.
Rio. He's out there, you know, it's a few days afterwards, obviously, but he also posting memes of himself as Jesus and so on. I mean, it doesn't sit well with me as a Catholic, I have to say. I just think that, you know...
Let's go speed down.
I found it odd. I mean, I saw so many MAGA people being...
I'm going to go out a little bit.
Love Trump. They're just really appalled.
Because we're not ready.
Well, I also looked at it in totality because I saw the Catholic bishops going on 60 Minutes and talking about how upset they were.
No! Jesus Christ. Bro, I wasn't paying no attention. All right. Let's get it right. God. Sure, speed down.
Is winding down, and I think that that's what the president was actually into. And it's like,
then we're going to go ahead and turn around.
City.
Speed 250 knots, Kingdom Heavy. That was an accident.
80 days. CNN liked that my comments, and I said the same thing. Like he is good, and I think that's outcome.
Okay, Mark Monhill, welcome back to Uncensored. What do you think is going on with Donald Trump here?
Oh, so many things. Just think the fact that
Kingdom Heavy. Requesting descent to 4,000 feet.
Kingdom Heavy, I'm extending your downwind for sequencing. Turn right, heading 070 vectors for the ILS runway 28 right approach.
The weird thing, just on that note, the weird thing about Marjorie Taylor Greene...
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
...things that she's said have been raised to Trump.
Oh, no.
Being re-elected.
Turn right, heading 070 vectors for the ILS runway 28 right approach.
Kingdom Heavy,
More transparency on the Epstein files, etc., etc. It's hard to see why...
Descend and maintain 4,000 Kingdom Heavy.
...has enraged him to the point where he sort of excommunicates.
All right, stop.
And it's a little difficulty hearing it.
All right, let's get down.
Attention and expectation here. I mean, it's very different than the one that he is engaging right now in terms of isolationism, in terms of really saying, I'm going to make sure the economy is strong, I'm going to find anyone else's business, I'm going to make sure that the country is...
I'm going to pass 4,000, but that's good because I can go up, get my wind down, my speed, I mean. Flaps.
Expectation is not
speed brake back.
Leaving the you change our reality, and that's what's happening right now. I think which that was true for many people who identify as believers, people of faith, particularly Christians and Catholics specifically, is not just the
Kingdom Heavy at 4,000 feet.
Straight saying that you weren't engaging in what a Christian would reasonably determine as blasphemous behavior. Instead of just saying, hey, I went too far and made a mistake, he doubles down and gaslights it in intelligence by telling us that he was being a doctor. And doing that again, it seems like he's veering
miles from Adam. Turn right,
Andrew Wilson, welcome to you. It was great to have you. A lot of our top comments on YouTube during this war with Iran have been with Andrew Wilson, so I'm glad we can allay any concern about your whereabouts. You're here.
Turn right, heading 200. Maintain 4,000 feet until established.
What is your...
On a localizer, clear for the ILS runway 28 right approach.
Most of the things that we were told were likely...
Damn, I ain't say Kingdom Heavy.
No regime change. The people haven't risen up for a variety of reasons. And the Iranians have worked out that if you shut the Strait of Hormuz, you can pretty well cripple the global economy when it comes to energy. And by attacking the neighboring Gulf states, you can cripple their business model around tourism and entertainment and sport and so on. So I'm struggling to see any real victory here, although I accept the Americans and Israeli military have been pounding away in Iran and followed very successfully at the Iranian military. But there's kind of an asymmetric war going on here where you could argue Iran is winning the other side of this. What's your view?
Well, so we're not very far into this conflict. Trump doesn't have the Bush model. So the Bush model of nation building and Bush doctrine is not the Trump model. He's been very clear that he wants to get in and out of this place as quickly as he possibly can, and they're already moving into toxic thing and opening up the Straits of Hormuz. So I don't think that this will be a long-term military action. I don't think it was ever designed to be a long-term military action. That Trump's never had any interest in those before. I don't see why he would have an interest in one now.
Right, but if it ends with the regime still in place, with the Ayatollah's son as the new supreme leader, albeit has been badly wounded, but appears to be alive, and has already been announced as the new supreme leader, the IRGC remain the controlling kind of military arm of the regime leadership, and then you have the enriched uranium remaining underground, but still in Iranian control, and Iran insists as part of the peace deal they have a form of control over the Strait of Hormuz. How is any of that a win for America, particularly for a president who said, we want regime change, we want total surrender, they're never going to build a nuke and all these things. If there's no guarantee of any of that, how is that a win?
Well, it wouldn't be, but they walked away from the peace talks saying that they're not going to accept those conditions from Iran. So they literally said, we're not going to accept those conditionals. They're not allowed to enrich uranium. And they walked away from them. So I don't think that this is done until the Iranians capitulate. You also can't trust Iranian state media. They lie constantly. Their state media lies on X.
All right, so we're close to landing, so this is when I get rid of my big head so I can get some good
But there may be no reason to panic.
footage.
You might want to just take a step back and see what happens.
Bing,
before you rush to its
bing.
And as a committed Christian,
There's absolutely reason to panic.
No, there's no reason to panic, Mark.
I mean, we both
Be panicking. What do you think?
had good caution at this point, but that's okay.
I like to get my landings.
13 people.
Oh,
13 heroes that
Joe,
we sent back
Joe, was Trump over there killing too many pedophiles for you? Is it upsetting that he killed the Ayatollah Khomeini, married a
Do you want to
15-year-old?
talk about Trump and pedophiles?
Yeah,
I don't think we want
get
to talk
into
about
it.
Trump and
Let's get into it. I do, yes. Let's get into. You want to get into Epstein? Hang on. You guys
hear
are
Marjorie
constantly
Taylor
saying.
Greene? Look,
You guys are constantly saying that Trump is covering for. He's killing them. Overwhelmingly killing them.
can I just say that your interview with Marjorie Taylor Greene
yeah.
Yeah, no. Look, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I agreed with everything Marjorie Taylor Greene for the most part said, and that was a great interview that you had with her. And something Marjorie Taylor Greene said was that Donald Trump ended his relationship with her. He called her a traitor. He called her and screamed at her because she was not going to take her name off of the discharge petition for the Epstein files release. And I don't know why that isn't a big red flag for you. He said to her, you can't do this or it will hurt my friend. Now, if you don't want to have a conversation about Donald Trump and Epstein, then you're really just taking what Marjorie Taylor Greene just said and calling her, I guess you're calling her a liar. Because why would Donald Trump go to such great lengths? Why would he end his relationship, his friendship, with one of his original and most ardent supporters over releasing the Epstein files if there was nothing in the Epstein files that he needed to worry about? And by the way, we just saw the case with the Wall Street Journal and defamation that Donald Trump had alleged to happen in releasing that card, the birthday card to Jeffrey Epstein, that the court threw that out. So if you want to open back door for
There we go. I think we just made connection.
And Donald Trump, I'm happy to go there. I mean, I'm not happy to go there. This is a
Chicago approach established.
The Donald Trump as candidate in 2024 was
Kingdom heavy.
transparent about the Epstein files. We're going to release everything. Secondly, we're not going to engage in pointless foreign wars, particularly in the Middle East. We couldn't have been clearer about that. We're going to be America first. We're going to control our border, which he's done very successfully, by the way. But he wasn't going to do that. He was going to be transparent on Epstein. He was going to be not committing anything in terms of wars in the Middle East. And he's gone against those two things pretty dramatically. And, Marjorie Taylor Greene still wants transparency on Epstein files, and she still doesn't think America should be engaging in new foreign wars in the Middle East, which is where Trump was in 2024. And now the third prong of this for you is, as a committed Christian, you can't be happy when he starts reposting memes, of himself as Jesus Christ. He's done another one today of him with Jesus, and he's attacking the Pope and so on. But that, for a Catholic, you care about that. If you're not, you probably don't. But this stuff with Jesus Christ, you can't be happy with that, are you?
Yeah, so there's a lot here to respond to. Yeah. So let's start with this. We'll start with the Christian front first. So Trump has made a million jokes, which would be considered offensive. It's amazing to me that a bunch of progressives...
I could have made Chicago look right.
Where they have all these gay musicals that they put in all of these newspapers, and where, like Jesus Christ being played by a bald lesbian, for instance, they don't care about that. They told me on this very show, Pierce, that wasn't blasphemous, that was fine, but now suddenly Christians are supposed to be morally outraged on progressives' behalf for some reason. When it comes to Marjorie Taylor... Hang on. Let me respond to some of Pierce's questions. Yeah. When it comes to Marjorie Taylor Greene, this progressive here just got done telling me, hey, I actually agree with her.
That's pretty.
It's amazing. Yes, of course, they'll agree with her when she's anti-Trump. These people have TDS.
Damn it, I messed that up.
She agrees with Marjorie Taylor Greene because it's politically expedient to do so. When it comes to the Epstein files, they lie about this too. There's tons of redactions that are put in and lawyers who restrain this on behalf of the victims. That's been going on for years. Under Trump, he's the only one who's ever released anything on the Epstein files. Where was Joe asking for Biden to release a damn thing on the Epstein files? Nowhere. She did one tweet. We got one tweet from Joe
Air tire.
every single day.
Kingdom Heavy, established on
nothing. It's always just anti-Trump and
2A right, localizer.
Yeah, okay.
You didn't.
Yeah, let Marcus
Say again.
First thing is,
I am established on a localizer. 2A right. Damn, I should have turned the graphics up.
the position or the left wing position.
Over retire. Requesting clearance to land runway 28 right. Oh, it says it already.
Runway 28 right, winds 150 at 10, cleared to land.
Runway 28 right, winds 150 at 10, cleared to land. Kingdom Heavy. Let's play around a little bit before I have to land it. Man, it'd been nice if Chicago looked bright right now.
That was Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's not Trump arranging it.
Yeah, I should have turned it up a little bit.
Be blasphemous if you see yourself as Jesus Christ.
And you know what? We never do that because I did not die.
Then you be blasphemous.
So again, we agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene when she's right. Donald Trump says there's a genocide in Gaza. Say Trump's right. If Trump says, you know what, the responsible to the files, say he's right. He says Piers Morgan's not as handsome as Marco Hill. Say he's right. It's not about him. It's about the principle. It just so happens that she's right more than it's not Trump arrangement. She's just stepping outside of the code and saying control.
Okay, let me. I'll come back to Andrew for a small minute. But Jojo, you wanted to respond to what Andrew said about you, and in particular, by the way, why was it that the Biden administration did not reveal any Epstein files?
Because it was an ongoing investigation. That's why.
That's 4 years.
I feel you, Win. You let me know I'm back in Chicago, huh? The Windy City, baby. Let's get over it. Get over it. We got this. Get over, baby.
It was an ongoing investigation.
Epstein died 6 years ago, didn't he?
Caution what? I got this.
Joe Biden's administration will respond to what's happening right now.
Yeah.
You're not going to let anybody talk? Were you not, did you not get held enough as a child?
Got this, baby.
TDS. It's not TDS to call out the fact that Donald Trump has...
It's windy, though. I ain't gonna act like it ain't. Okay, all right, yeah, speak.
He has gone back on his promises. He said no new foreign wars. He said he would release the Epstein files. There would be justice for the survivors. He said...
I done got over some. It's all right. We're gonna work this out. Come on. Let's get it.
Derangement syndrome. For Marjorie Taylor Greene or me.
It's all right. We're going down the runway a little bit.
Training his voters, and he is not...
Why is it doing that?
He is not putting America entangled in foreign wars. He's more interested in getting himself a Nobel Peace Prize or a FIFA Peace or whatever it is that he's thinking.
All right, so we're gonna go to the right, 80 knots.
Station, honestly, about what is happening.
That kind of made me nervous for a second. Wind was not playing with me.
The answer to why it is that Biden didn't actually
You haven't
release
answered
any
the
of
question.
this. Hang on, Joe.
We're not talking about Joe Biden. Who's the president right now? No.
You haven't answered.
You didn't answer the question as to why Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Contact ground on 124, 125, Kingdom Heavy.
You didn't answer the question as to why Marjorie Taylor Greene said he broke their relationship over the Epstein files. Don't tell me to calm down. Dude, smoke your cigarette. Do not tell me to.
What are you doing, bro? Come on.
Ended their relationship because she wouldn't take. Do not tell me.
What is going on?
Dude, you sit there and smoke your cigarette. You're not answering the question about why Marjorie.
Why is it acting like this?
Dude,
It's my turn to talk, lady.
Oh, fucking brakes, bro. Anytime I ain't got my damn shoes on,
You need to answer the question.
let's always do that.
It's my turn to ask the question. Your turn to talk. It's either bitch. It's not yours either, bitch. So
it's not your show. You first.
Damn, he called her a bitch. Oh, what? Piers, you let that happen on your show, buddy? Ooh, hey, baby. I didn't cuss. I wasn't cussing.
Okay.
Yes. Some who? Yeah, I'm streaming. I'm almost done though. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5.
Jojo, as you said, my show is Morgan Uncensored. The truth is, Biden was totally wrong not to be transparent in releasing.
Air ground. Requesting taxi to gate. Kingdom Heavy.
It's not being as transparent as it used to be. So a stain on all their houses, frankly. You're an Epstein victim. You have been served a grotesque miscarriage of governmental.
Come on, man. 124, 125.
Kingdom Heavy, taxi to Terminal 3, Gate
Interesting part of all this.
November 2, November Alpha 1.
When I talk to someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene for 20 odd minutes, whatever it was, I'm just struggling to see why her positions on these things.
Taxi to Terminal 3, Gate K12 via November 2, November, Alpha 1, 5, Bravo, Alpha 1, 7. Good day.
She has a
Samara, can you stop playing?
From where he was in 2024. He's still on track with move.
Well, I think that
November 2. All right, so we got to make it right. Can you stop playing in here and get out, please? When I'm streaming, you need to not be doing stuff like that. November 2, November.
And others. I mean, I don't really see the change in his personality. It's been his personality.
Alpha.
In his personality. Now, they have a disagreement.
Alpha 1, 5.
That this takedown came from. But I do have a very interesting question, because there's an opportunity right now for us to, on this whole Epstein thing, to actually sort of everyone show our cards. Because there is a situation going on right now in Congress. We've got 2 congressmen who have been publicly accused of mistreating women.
Oh man, I messed up. I should have kept going.
Used a video Saturday night in very
Alpha 1, 7.
And there are many people now asking questions. His close friend.
All right, so we're at Alpha 4. Alpha 1, 4. We need to go to Alpha 1, 7.
You're saying Epstein files, Epstein.
Alpha 15.
Your relationship with Swami many times now. There's nothing to be released, no pictures, no text, no files. So the question is, again, I've said this, Republican and Democrat, like, if he knew something, he released those here, Democrats. There you go, to release what he knew about Swalwell and the people.
Shot for a crash.
Well, the thing about
Alpha 1, 6.
he was first out of the traps whenever any Republican politician was ever caught in any scandals involving inappropriate behavior with women.
17.
And a number of videos of him taking the high moral ground of all of this, and then to see.
All right, so we're going to K.
It's quite extraordinary. But it does beg the question: that was he really doing all this, and nobody in the whole Democratic Party seems to have had any knowledge of any.
K-12.
It to be stretching credulity a little too far.
All right, so K-12 is.
I'm just going to very briefly on the issue of the 25th Amendment.
Right here.
Marjorie Taylor Greene would like to see all against Donald Trump, but joined by a guest who has a strong view on the president's health and is a psychologist, Dr. John Gardner, the founder of Duty to Warn. Well, welcome to Uncensored, Dr. Gardner. Your view is what about Donald Trump's cognitive current abilities?
Right. The man is not compos mentis. Those who know him well say he wasn't the same man he was 4 years ago. But I believe that he is showing signs of dementia. A lot of doctors are saying that now. Dr. Ben Gupta has been saying it. And the nature of dementia is it doesn't get better. It doesn't stay the same. It gets worse. And the rate of decline accelerates. Now I think he's not the same man he was 4 weeks ago. We're watching his decline in real time accelerate. And it's really quite frightening because the type of dementia that we think he has, frontotemporal dementia, the main component is a lack of inhibition of aggressive behavior, as well as loss of memory and confusion. But because the frontal lobes, which are the brakes in our brain that give us judgment, that hold us back from acting out impulsively, that's the part that's deteriorating. So not only is he losing his capacity to understand and comprehend, but he's losing all internal inhibitions. And that's why he's behaving in this more erratic and actually self-destructive.
All right.
In this, say,
good flight, everybody. Let's go ahead and get Chocks, GPU.
He's attacked individuals.
We got some good time, and it's 5:21, so.
Like it was a star, the politician, nothing unusual about any of that. I spoke to him on the phone 2 months ago, and he sounded for about 10 minutes exactly the same as the Donald Trump I've known.
Lights off.
So I'm not sure that I've personally seen any evidence of this dementia you're talking about. I guess
oh, damn, I was flying with the beacon.
Did you express the same public warnings about Joe Biden?
Well, I think the difference was they were hiding Joe Biden from us. So we really
they weren't hiding him from us on television. I mean, I wrote
all right.
columns, for example.
So we got $13,350 from on air.
Decline, which looks to me like the early onset of dementia.
Let's go ahead and do the deboarding sequence. Let's see.
I'm just curious whether you ever.
Why not, guys?
Concerns about while he was president.
All right, so now
I think that we missed that.
Hopefully it goes all the way to the door like it's supposed to. Damn, I landed hard.
So you saw nothing.
That sucks.
You saw nothing about Joe Biden in public life.
Man, I hope I didn't fly with that.
Psychologists made you think you had any cognitive issues whatsoever.
Well, I think the shocking moment was.
I sure hope I didn't.
Well. Unlike Trump, who's
all right, so we're going to accept our money.
Cognitive deficits. As I'm saying, I think that his handlers were doing a very good job of keeping him out. I
want to check where my money at anyway. See what our next flight is.
He looked to me. All
right, so we're going to Cleveland.
That's the point I would make to you, Dr. Gardner.
Late tonight at 3 a.m.
Suspicion. Politically motivated, rather medically.
Right now, let's see where I'm at financially. $805,000. We're going to be $1 million very soon. Look, I knew that was going to mess up. Look at that. I knew it. I probably should have went out further. Or maybe I shouldn't have went out further. One of the two.
Dangerous moment now.
So yeah, that's it. I appreciate y'all, man, for taking time with me to hang out. And I hope you guys have a good night tonight, man, and stay blessed. And
the thrill he gets from destruction because he's malignant narcissist.
Be happy.